Hello, boys.
Hit me with your gadget stick, hit me.
Remember that sometimes the smartest gadgets are the simplest. Lift the cloth.
Sounds like a caveat already.
Hello, everyone. Today, our Chef Ben and Normal Jamie are going to be putting some smart gadgets to the test. And we're defining smart by a link to technology in some way, shape or form. They're going to try them out, test them, and give us their reviews at the end.
The only thing I can think that this has in it is a thermometer.
Or I'm thinking maybe it has some heating element in it. Not that wood is a particularly good conductor, but some sort of, so you've got a warm spoon, because there's nothing worse than maybe cold spoon into it. No, I'm clutching.
Boys, if anything, you're being too innovative. This is the Umbra I Spoon. With tablets and smartphones now firmly established in the kitchen, you won't want to be swiping across your screens with sticky fingers. So use this appropriately themed stylus to navigate your way through a recipe.
So you can stir and taste with one end and swipe and tap with the other.
Yeah.
I as a chef,
I'm with you.
I regularly double end a spoon. So basically have one use for one, and then rather than wash it up, you can basically flip it round.
Would you like to make a sauce with a recipe?
Yes.
So we've scribbled you out a very simple recipe just to put this to practical use. I know it's a bit futile, but you know, we're making a video. I've used the just the Notes app to see whether the scroll function between steps works.
Step 1, put sauce in pan.
Done.
It says scroll down for step 2. Now, obviously, I could just do that with my digits. My fingers are great. They work. Alternatively, if they were greasy, I could use the end of the spoon. Just swipe, right?
Oh no.
It doesn't work, Mike. It literally has one job.
It must work. It can't not. Okay, it's working now.
You're having to do it at an angle of the spoon.
I'm doing it at an angle.
So you need more of a surface area of the angle of the spoon.
And less of a it's using a funny edge.
I'm going to use the spoon for its intended purpose. I'm stirring my sauce.
Yes.
I'm now going to use my spoon
to scroll down for step 2.
To scroll down in case my hands are messy.
Exactly.
Okay, right. Done this bit. My hand's now dirty because the spoon which I've used to stir the sauce, has now got the sauce onto my hand when I picked it up and used it the other, and it's dripping. It's making my hands dirtier than they were before.
And the device.
Umbra claim that you can get more cooking tasks done with fewer tools, allows you to use your tech in the kitchen without the need for additional tools, and that more people are using tablets instead of cookbooks these days, and this tool makes the transition easier. For example, our Sidekick app, there are points during a recipe where you have slightly greasy, or even just from chopping up spring onions, they're slightly wet. But then with a lot of these gadgets, it's not until you practically use them that you realise the problem I thought I had and that this is solving actually isn't a big enough deal, or maybe not even there.
And perhaps we've got the wrong end of the spoon here. It's not supposed to be a spoon. Is it just a stylus for your device that is in keeping with the kitchen? So it is designed to look like a spoon, but not to be used.
It's a novelty stylus.
It's a novelty stylus. Next step, add chickpeas and simmer.
Step 3, season. So a little bit of balsamic in there for our acidity, a little bit of sweetness, some salt. So you've seasoned?
Yeah.
Have you checked the seasoning? Lovely little stir. Right, any more of the recipe left? Scroll. Nope. Completed. Well done.
Completed it.
So we've had a full use case of the spoon. Do you want to guess how much we paid for it?
$4.99.
Ebbers?
Probably 12 quid, because it's probably sold to you with a promise that it doesn't deliver.
$4.99. Jamie, bang on.
In conclusion, it's not a very good stylus, it's not a very good spoon, it's a terrible both.
So, the Umbra I Spoon. Innovative tech or a pain in the neck?
An absolute pain in the neck.
It's a pain in the neck, 100%.
Let's move on to number 2. Smart gadget number 2 is under the cloche.
I've reset. I'm fully open-minded.
Just like tech. Turn it off and on again.
Reboot.
It's a flask.
No, it's a Hydrate Spark.
Okay, I'm back.
Boys, this is the Hydrate Spark Pro. This is a stainless steel vacuum insulated chug that keeps drinks cold for up to 24 hours. The LED Smart Center puck glows to remind you when it's time to drink and tracks your water intake by syncing via Bluetooth using the Hydrate Spark app. So it's an insulated water flask, and once you've linked it up to the app, it will track how much water you're drinking throughout the day and how much you've drunk, and it will give you reminders to hit your hydration goals.
I mean, with Maslow's hierarchy of needs, water is right up there.
Yes,
And
yeah.
if as a human you can't do it without a smart gadget, I mean, there's a little bit of Darwinism going on there. I mean, so the app's connected and we're on today, so it can diarise it as well. So you can track your water consumption across a period of time. 300 millimetres. And then I've headed off. I've got to wherever I got to, the bus stop, and I'm gonna have a little drink.
So it's not instantaneous. I wonder whether it updates. Does it update with a swipe or... Oh!
Is that when it updates? It's connecting and... Oh, there we go. It thinks I've had 58 millilitres.
Yeah, that's not much at all. You drank
What I've
more
actually
than that.
consumed is 164 millilitres, so it's out by a factor of nearly 3.
Oh, no.
what-
No. So it's just taking a while to update, isn't it? It's taking a while to measure.
So he reckons you've had 149, which is much, much closer.
149
Millilitres.
What have you got?
I make it 164.
Okay.
So it's out by a factor of 10%.
Scrolling through the app, you can change the colour of the ring at the bottom. You can track your water across multiple days past. You can set your own individual goals, and it will also send you push notifications to the app to remind you when to drink as well.
It also integrates with Apple Health and Fitbit and other apps that you're going to be using to track lots of different measurements.
Yeah, it will take your dimensions, your weight, and it will calculate what it thinks your hydration goal should be.
And we should stress, because you've seen the screen recording of this, that 4.6 litres is a goal for Ed. And you are slightly bigger. I think if I
Ed
drank
is
4.6 litres,
6'8".
I would drown myself. It is possible for a human to drown through drinking.
I think what it's trying to achieve is a really positive, good thing in terms of trying to find ways to get people to drink more water. Do we need it? I think is a different question. I think there are other solutions that might work better.
It will either form a habit or it will become wallpaper, and you'll constantly swipe left on a notification because you're busy, and it starts to become annoying rather than helpful. And you'll be one of two people.
The price you pay is for the water bottle and access to the app. There is a premium version of the app, which I think is between £14 and £15 a year. And it means that you can customize the app a little bit more. You can control what types of liquids are put into it.
Because if you were to put hot drinks into it, like coffee, it's only 90% hydration. I suppose if you put beer into it,
It's even
it's
less.
much lower hydration.
You can spend quite a bit of money on it.
Beer, 0%.
That's a lie. Light beer is beautifully hydrating. Price-wise, you can spend a surprising amount of money on water bottles. And you think about things like the Stanley Cups, which have gone mad over the last couple of years. I think this obviously does some of that insulatedness, and they've also got the tech part attached to it as well. I reckon it's probably £40.
I reckon it's probably upwards of £80.
Ebba's is closer, it's £69.95, so coming in at around £70. The question I have for you both is the Hydrate Spark Pro, a Hydrate Spark or a Hydrate Fizzle?
It's a fizzle for me. Just drink some water. Have a designated cup or glass or something. That's your water cup. You don't need the tech to help you with it.
I think it's important to note that the tech works, it is smart. I think the question is whether you as an individual should need it, perhaps.
I feel like we gave that one a fair shot.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't want to be accused of being a Luddite. I question whether some of these are necessary.
Well, hold that thought, open that mind, lift that cloche. What on earth is this?
Oh, that's a laser
Yeah.
that burns onto something. That is your guide, and you can etch your own What would you want to etch?
Spaff.
Yeah, on what? On a.
Cream bun.
It's got to be. It's generally speaking, it's got to be something you could.
Ebba's a burger bun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's branding, isn't it?
pretty spot on. This is the EBot portable food printer. Print text and designs on your food. The lightweight pen is easy to hold and prints in 10 to 20 seconds. Perfect for home, business, and other uses.
Okay.
Personalise your coffee, beer, macarons, cakes, biscuits, and much more.
Coffee.
Would you like to play with it?
Yes.
So we've given you some of the suggested food items there. Obviously, it's linked to an app where you can upload your own designs. You can freehand all sorts of stuff, even put photos. Have a print, have a play. Let's see how it performs.
Let's just test it on some paper first. Brent.
Test one.
Test one. Slightly missed the first T. Probably user error rather than techers, but let's go again.
Or do you need to change this to test 2?
Oh, good point, good point. No, it's important to get this right. Uploading to your device, you push when you're ready.
Oh, test 2.
Test 2 still doesn't like the first. It's the
The very initial. Okay.
better.
That was a slower speed.
That was a slow speed.
We're learning.
Unfortunately, that was test 3.
Ah.
But it's marked it as test 2.
Okay, you ready for food?
I put this logo
Yep.
onto this bun.
Ah, great. Personalised burger buns.
Upload. Now you can push your print button whenever you want.
It's like trying to get a TV to work with your granddad. Do you know
Still-
what?
No,
do you know what I mean?
No,
Like,
don't
a
give me
DVD
that. Don't give me that. It's still printing apparently, so it's your fault. It's your device. There we go.
You've put it to start at number 4.
So it's not starting at 0. It's starting at, and it's smudging, and it's smearing. I don't think this one is user error, because Jamie can't use it either. So a sample of 2 and it's rubbish. Does it run out of ink? How much ink do you? What is the ink? Hang on. What is the ink?
It's an edible ink.
Oh,
Is
fine.
all
then.
we're told.
After a few minutes of testing, we got it to work a bit, but not perfectly, which makes it feel like it's something that needs practice to get it really working.
We got it to work on paper. We didn't get it to work on food at all.
So it's worked, but it needs practice. We're obviously not using it quite in the right way.
Oh, you're being very generous, Jamie. I think it's rubbish.
Can you actually see any use for a device like this?
It's fun and novelty. And I think if you wanted to personalise things for a birthday party or something like that, I can see why it would be fun. I'd rather do it with heat and the caramelisation than adding ink onto food.
I feel like trends have moved on, and I don't feel like we need that. If you want to personalise food, put it in responsible, personalised packaging. You don't need to brand up the food. 10, 20 years ago, there was a drive to more personalisation, even in restaurants, whereas now all the restaurants winning all the awards, you don't need this kind of novelty. Stand behind good food, produced well and responsibly, that will win.
Should we talk about price? How much do you think we paid for the EBot portable food printer?
I reckon it's £100.
85.
We paid £170 for this.
Wow.
You'd have to really want to print some stuff on your food for 170 quid, wouldn't you?
So the EBot portable food printer, good on paper or not good on anything?
Not good on anything.
It sounds good on paper, doesn't deliver on it though.
Lift the cloche.
I recognise the brand name.
Looks like it should be in a hotel room. Very compact, slimline.
Looks very much like a coffee machine.
It is a coffee machine.
A coffee pod machine with a speaker.
This is the Lavato a modo milo Voicey. This is the first coffee machine with Alexa built in. Ask Voicey for your favourite coffee, espresso or long espresso, customised to your taste. You can then enjoy a real Italian espresso, just like at the bar. Set up the length and temperature of your espresso via the Lavato app, and you can benefit from all the Alexa functions, voice assistant, smart home control, music, news, weather, and more. What do you think?
Conceptually, I like the thought of being able to say, hey, smart device, make me a coffee. Then remembering that I have to be the one to put the coffee cup underneath it and to put the pod in there. I could also just press a button.
It's not a robot that's going to scuttle
No.
off into the kitchen and then collect it, do all the work, and then bring it to wherever you're sitting.
No.
I mean, so straight off, Lavato is a brand that is well known, well trusted in the world of coffee. So you'd expect them to be ahead of the curve.
It will tell you how many capsules you have left, and it will also, if you want, you can do the direct reordering service via Amazon.
Capsule in, clamp down.
Hey, Alexa, make me a long espresso.
Of course, your coffee is on its way.
There it goes.
I remember 5, 6, 7 years ago, there were so many trend reports out there and everyone was predicting that every device in our home would need to be smart and voice activated, and we all thought, wow, isn't that the future? It's arrived, and I don't understand why. Because it's not removing any part of the process. In fact, I think it's adding it. Those commands, I'm not going to say again because it will make another one, is more effort than just pushing the button.
Can I offer a scenario and you can critique it? The night before, you've popped the capsule in, you've put the cup underneath and there's water in it. The following morning, your alarm goes off. You can go into the app, you can tell it to make you a coffee. Whilst you're getting ready, you come down, the coffee's there. It's a scenario.
It's a scenario. Likewise, could I do a, hey Alexa, make me a long espresso in 5 minutes?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Yeah, that's
where it could be really
I
smart.
wonder whether you can customize that somehow.
Are we de-skilling humans to the point where we expect machines to do more than actually we could just do ourselves?
Flip it round. Rather than a coffee machine having Alexa functionality, what if your Alexa had a coffee machine functionality?
If you don't already have one, Alexa, play Classic FM.
Classic FM from Global Player.
Newsroom for Classic FM.
In a pod machine,
Not
where
required.
it is just one button, it's not necessarily required. I don't think this is the end product. I think this is the start of something that could lead to things being more useful.
It's one of those gadgets that I imagine as things move forward and they become cheaper and more commonplace, every hotel room will have one. So that you've got an alarm built in, you've got music built in, you've got check the weather built in before you leave the hotel and do your doing, you need an umbrella. Because they all already have the very slimline, simple pod setups.
Ebbers, does it make a nice cup of coffee?
Nothing wrong with the coffee, good crema, it's delicious. That I would expect of Lavazza. The other bits, and maybe it is, again, back to the type of person you are. I still live my life perfectly happy to switch a light on. I don't need to ask a voice command to switch a light on in a room.
Let's talk price. How much do you think we paid for the Lavazza coffee machine?
180 quid?
150.
Okay.
So basically the cost of the average pod machine and an Alexa. Boys, the Lavazza Amodo Mio Voicey. The innovative answer, or does it grind you down?
There's nothing wrong with it. It does what you want it to do. I'm just not sure that we need it to do that yet. So it's going to grind me down for a while until it's cleverer.
I think for those who want it, it's the innovative answer. I just don't. Maybe this is just me, but I feel like I want to go back to a simpler, more traditional life, and all of these are overcomplicating the issue.
I'm not sure any of the problems that they're trying to solve are big enough to warrant such big, complicated and expensive solutions.
Well, over to you guys. What do you think? Let us know your thoughts on all of these gadgets in the comments down below. And like the video if you'd like to see our chef and Normal review some more of your suggestions.